Hey guys, I'm back. So before I begin, spring is back in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I'm so happy. It's starting to get a bit warmer. And well, mind you, I mean, I lived in Canada for quite some times, and the winters in Canada are harsh. So I love winter here in Aotearoa. It's not too cold. But still, I'm really happy that spring is back. Because I get to, see the flowers and yeah, because I'm a sucker for flowers. I love flowers. Oh my god. Yeah, tell my husband, he knows I love flowers, but yeah. So yes, I'm just so happy. So let's begin. Today we'll talk about this fear we have. Well, some of us has, I'll say, including myself, this fear of failing, this fear of not achieving a certain goal, this fear of, of not achieving a certain goal. It is something that has crippled me and has stopped me along the way of achieving more goals. And I'm so happy that today, um, I'm starting to realize that it's okay to sometimes fail. Like in the moment, it feels like crap. You feel horrible. You feel like super sad. But it's like the moment where you have to be able to pick yourself up and try something new. And if something doesn't work out, it's okay to just put it aside and then do something else where you can achieve a certain goal, achieve your goal, or making it. Yeah, because I'm talking about this because there are two. Well, there are two people. I think life is much more complicated that there are two people, this kind of person, but this kind of person. But I would then change my sentence. I would say, for some people, when they don't make it, they they can say, "Oh, damn it, I didn't do this," and they can pick themselves up and then go ahead and try to do better than they did before. For others, a bit like me, um, and I'm talking to people who are like me because but I think we can understand. But yeah, for other people, it is quite difficult when you don't achieve a certain goal, when you fail. I don't know if it's a beautiful word, but I think people know that word basically. And so yeah, it's sometimes you don't make it, and then you feel sad. You feel like you're not that good. You feel like you're not capable of achieving new goals. You just feel kind of crappy. And for me, that's what I've done for the longest time. I tend to do something. I say, okay, I'm going to do this, and then like when something happens, I stop, and then I either run away or and then I just hide. I feel like crap and everything, and I since realizing that it is okay to sometimes fail, it's going to happen to the best of us, even those who are extremely intellectual. There's always something that's going to happen will mm, that will make it so you don't achieve a certain goal. So since I've started to accept that fact, I've always accepted that fact. What I would do is I would then see that failure and make it real big, and then I would not try something new. I would literally stop myself on the track. I would self sabotage sometimes, self sabotage something I was doing good because I would tell myself I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, and that's when I knew that failure is crippling. It's taken me a long time to 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 accept that if I continue stopping, I will never achieve a certain goal because that fear of failure is crippling. It took me a long time to say, okay, I'm not gonna stop. I'm going to continue. Um, and it happened a lot when I was doing act because I I used to act. I started acting when I was 6 or 7. I was 7 when I started acting. It was like one of my passion, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. And then I wasn't good. At school I was okay, but sometimes I wouldn't get good grades, and it would just like I would be so scared. And somehow that thing came into my acting, and then I met people who didn't help. Uh, it didn't help basically. I remember I had an acting class when I was, I think, I must have been 16, 17, or 18. I don't remember. I was like in, I think, my late teens basically. And, or maybe my early 20s. I forgot, but it's okay, in the past. So I was in a play, and there was a girl who was a wonderful actress. She was amazing, right? And I would always see, and I was so admired by the way she would, you know, captivate you just like by looking, across a room or whatever, right? And I remember we had a play that we had to all do together, and I had a difficult time with one of the characters. I had a hard time, finding, um, understanding who he was, basically. Ooh, do you like that dance? Okay, understanding who he was, and I crippled. I was Everything I would try, I would stop. I would be like, I can't make it. I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to make it. I don't have the capacity. And at one point, we met, the four of us, because it was like a little group. We met at a university, and there was a room where we'd practice our play. And I remember doing something and I felt it. I felt the character. I was like, oh my god, I have this, right? And then I said, oh, do you see? I made it. And she's like, don't be too happy. Your acting's still not very good. You need to do a bit more. And I remember that I was like, and then I got so scared. I got super scared. That fear, that the passion I had of acting started to slowly, go down. And then I went to an improvisation course, and I started, and everything was doing well. Well, the people in that course were a bit weird, including the teacher, but it's okay. At one point, the teacher was like looking at me and said, "You're not doing a good job. Maybe you shouldn't be acting." And again, I like, and when you hear people saying it 2 times, you start believing it. You say, "Okay, maybe I'm not a good actor," but you forget all the good things people have said in the past. Because I remember people saying, "Oh, that you were wonderful in that play. You were wonderful in so and so. Oh, you were good. We liked you. Like you really touched me." And I totally forgot about all those positive things and those two negative things that were said to me. I took them to heart, and I was scared because I saw this as failure, and I wasn't enjoying a passion of mine, which was acting. And failure of going to school, for example, or no, not going to school, a failure of, passing an exam. It's another thing that happened to me. I would have an exam, I would study for that exam, literally study for, days on. And I would go into the exam with that mindset, I will fail. I will fail. And I used to be so scared during the exams. I'd get panic attacks. I get anxiety. I would be, just a good old mess, you know. And it would just cripple me. But nowadays, I really feel that when I fail at something, I should have to have the drive to push to do better, right? And then if I push and do better in that thing I was trying to make work, and it doesn't work out, it's okay. It took me a long time, but now I'm like, it's okay. it didn't work out. It doesn't define who you are as a person. You're going to try something new, which you might be good at it if you work at it, because you have to work at it, right? And since I've had this mindset that has been slowly pushing, well, I'm still in that position when I feel like I'm not going to make it something, I'm not going to make it. I tend to panic and I tend to worry, but now I really have control over that fear. I don't know what happened, but I really urge people who are like me to, especially if you're young and you're listening to this, don't let fear cripple you. Because the moment it cripples you, you see everything as, well, I'm gonna be careful because not everybody thinks this way, but if you think this way, then the message is for you. You start seeing every little thing you do as a sign of failure, and then you stop in your track, and then you just do nothing, and then the world just goes on, and you do nothing, and you're like, oh wow, I haven't done anything to reach a certain goal. So I say, just try, just it's difficult because I know that fear, it's very crippling, and when you're in that position, you just want to stop everything. So I know that fear, but listen to what I will say. when you are scared, try and just push. If you make it, then you'll be happy for the fact that you achieved or you made it. And if you don't make it, then at least you could say, at least I tried, right? It's difficult. I understand, because that fear of failure has crippled me for the longest time in my life, But now I'm trying to do things. It's just like this channel, my YouTube channel. It's something I've always wanted to do. When I was young, I would see people doing, YouTube channels and, talking in front of cameras, and I would enjoy them, but I would try it, but then I'd be like, I'm going to look stupid, I'm going to look silly, I'm not going to do this, I will stop. And now I've just told myself, well, why should I stop? Why should I stop myself into doing something that I really enjoy, So I just urge people who are afraid of failure, that failure is crippling you. Sometimes when you just push, you start seeing that in the moment, if you don't make it, if you don't achieve something, it will be big. But then as time passes by, this too shall pass. You'll be like, okay, I wasn't good. What can I do else to make myself good? Don't let fear cripple you to the point where you don't want to try anything. Where everything you want to do, you just stop because you think you will fail. Don't do that. It's something I really learned, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing a YouTube channel, I am working on a project. There are things that are difficult for me to understand, but I'm doing it. There are just lots of things that I'm doing, and I'm pushing myself in a direction of try, and if it works out, yes. If it doesn't work out, it will be hard at first, but I will be capable of doing something else that will be good. So yeah, so this is my vlog today. I thank you for watching, and if you like the vlog, well, like, comment, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, and share also. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like the vlog, and yeah. So have a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Bye guys.